Welcome back to another weekly grocery haul. As always, I still have a bunch of stuff in the fridge, freezer, and pantry, and so I'll use that throughout the week. And some of the things you see here will go in the fridge, freezer, or pantry. So it's not exactly 1 week, but I'll point out what will be for another time. So as always, we'll start with the produce. I got a big bag of spinach. I'm gonna use that just for one lunch for a low carb meal. Some spinach with some pork, and the rest I'm gonna use in some curries. I'm gonna make a vegetarian curry with paneer on Monday, and I'll make a fish curry on Friday because I'm gonna make a big batch of curry paste. Then I have some broccoli just to have on hand. I like having things like broccoli because it's low carb, low calorie, and I can just have it with everything. So just like having that on hand whenever it's on sale. Then some onions because I always need onions. In this case, I just got regular yellow onions because I want to use some for the curry paste that I mentioned. And I want to make some pulled pork in both. I don't want to use red. So just for color reasons, basically. Some radishes because I've been really into pickles lately and I saw a recipe for pickled radishes, so I'm going to try making those. Some lettuce. I'm going to do some lettuce wraps with some pork or chicken one day, and I'll use some lettuce for some tacos and things like that. Then buried beneath the lettuce I have some limes. I'll need some for my pulled pork and things like that. A melon, just I saw it at the market, it was cheap. So I'm just going to have that either by itself as a snack or I'm going to have it with some yogurt. I got some peaches and some nectarines, no apples this time because I still have some left over from last week because I knew the street market, the produce vendor I usually go to, they weren't going to be there this week, so I picked up a bit of extra last week. But yeah, these are just my fruit for the week. I try to always have fruit on hand in case I have a street craving. It's better to have some fruit than something else. So, but yeah, I can also use that with my yogurt. Some cilantro. I'm gonna use that for some salsa, I think, and yeah, that's basically it. Some cucumber because I like having cucumber on hand. It's a good snack. I like putting it on my sandwiches, etc. Then I have some chilies. I have two different kinds of jalapeno, and I have, I forget what these other ones are called, but I'm going to use them for a few things, including my curry paste. That's why I got green mostly. I usually get different colors just to have different colors, but for my curry I want green, so I went with green this time. I have some ginger for my curry paste. I still have some turmeric from last week, so I can use that. And I'll do onion, I'll do some cilantro stems, chilies, garlic, etc. for my curry paste. So produce this week came to 17 euros and 92 cents. Then we have some meat and dairy. I'm out of eggs, so I got some eggs. The fish, this is some banja in English, that's basa. So they were buy one, get one free, so I got 2 packs. So that's just going to go in the freezer. I still have some fish in the freezer as well, but I'm not going to pass over a buy one, get one free for something like fish because that's usually pretty expensive and I use it a lot because I do fish Fridays. Some pork for several meals. I was going to use some sausages, but the ones they had on sale were sold out. So I just went with these pork chop fillet things. So I'll have them with several meals. I'll have them with my meal tomorrow. I'll have them with the spinach for another meal. I might have them chopped up with my lettuce wraps. All that good stuff. Some ham for sandwiches tomorrow. Some sliced cheese for lunch tomorrow as well. I still have some rolls left over from last week, so that I just need to finish baking in the oven, so I didn't need to buy any of that. These were on sale, the shredded cheese, so I got 2 I might use them for things like tacos sometime soon. And I got some Greek yogurt, partly to have on hand. It was on sale this week, and I've been a bit more hungry in the mornings. I don't usually have breakfast, but I thought if I am hungry, I can have some Greek yogurt with some fruit. I might also use that on Meatless Monday when I do some paneer grilled for lunch. I might have that with some cauliflower wing kind of things, and I might marinate that with some yogurt and some tandoori seasoning before I just roast that. So meat and dairy this week came to 20 euros and 10 cents. And then we have everything else. Some pasta. I've not had this shape before, and these are multicolored. All natural color, by the way, so they're colored with like beet extract and carrots, spinach, that kind of stuff. So just different colors just to have on hand. And the gnocchi was on clearance. I don't know when I'm going to use that yet, but I never had gnocchi actually, so I thought I would pick that up, and I'll use that at some point. Then for lunch and dinner today, I'm going to do some gyoza and some samosa. Don't know which I'm going to have when, but we'll see. Then I was out of curry ketchup, so I picked some of that. This is the reduced sugar one. I saw this spicy mayo on sale, so I picked some of that up, and I'm almost out of mayo, so I picked that up. My 1 bag of chips for the week, and I got my 2 bars of chocolate for the week. So I think that is everything. Let me just scan over it real quick. Yeah, I think that's it. So that all came to 16 euros, which makes the grand total for this week 54 euros and 2 cents, and converted to US dollars, that is $62.48. Now, if you like this kind of content, I do this every single Saturday, and if you'd like to see what I do with all of this, every Sunday I do a Sunday prep day video where I prep for the week. So tomorrow, I'm going to cut all my vegetables, I'm going to make my curry paste, I'm going to make some pulled pork, and I might also make the pickled radishes tomorrow as well. So, and if you'd like to see what I ultimately eat, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal, or you can check out the video that I post about once a month on here where I show you everything I eat in a day for the week. And I posted one 2 weeks ago now, I think. So I'm working on a meal plan for the next one. And yeah, if you'd like to see how I get all these groceries by bicycle here in the Netherlands, I do a video about that about once a month as well. So if that all sounds good to you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.